So they're divided, man. They're not, going to come together like that.
No, UK did.
Britain.
Yeah.
Brexit, yeah.
And it goes into Revelation 17. With the 10 horns. They shall hate the whore. This place America. Eventually they're going to shoot missiles on this place. Right?
They ain't feeling the moves of America.
All right, so going back to, I'm going to read verse 41 again, 2 and 41. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of iron, for as much thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. And as for the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken.
You mentioned it, the weaker economic European countries and the stronger ones. Greece, there's always rebellion. There's always clashes. There's always, insurrections going on. Because their economy is weaker. See? Go ahead.
Verse 43, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And then the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed. And
so this is giving you, it's like Daniel basically saw the end. He's giving you the whole biblical, historical timeline. Babylon, Persia, Media, Greece, Rome. But then John the Revelator got the part where they went into sedition for a 1,000-year period. That was the portion that Daniel didn't get.
right.
Showing you that the prophets, they have different portions. They prophesy in part. They receive different measures of the Spirit.
You got the little horn, and the heavy one being healed.
Yeah, that was, showing you that it's all tied in together. Okay, and now that that the knowledge is increased, we're able to break it all down and put the pieces of the puzzle together. Okay. Read that again.
Verse 44, in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to the other people. But
what kingdom is that talking about? That's the kingdom of heaven. At that point, it's all right. Show's over.
Ain't no more kingdoms, but ain't gonna be no more kingdoms, but the kingdom of heaven.
That's it. So Esau is basically where it ends. For these nations having the type of freedom and authority that they have, being rulers.
How are you gentlemen today? Good, thanks.
That's that. So Daniel received the end game. He received it. Okay, he saw America, he saw the EU, he saw all this come to an end. Same thing as John the Revelator. He saw it all come to an end. Then they saw the second coming of our Lord, man.
It's funny because they both talked about the same things. There was a time that they did talk about Yahweh taking the kingdom.
Yep.
We saw that part. Daniel saw it and John saw it.
Yeah.
And even Ezra saw a little bit of it.
Read that one more time.
Daniel 2 and 44, in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed.
Yep.
And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Yep. So that's, and when it says it shall never be left to other people, what that's saying is once the kingdom of heaven is established, it's not going to be a time where the rulership is not going to change.
World without end.
It's going to be a world without end. Because normally during a dominion or a kingdom, there's always another nation that precedes that particular nation in rulership. It's always translated to another people, which it takes time. You know? It takes strategy, it takes wealth, it takes basically war. Okay? But guess what? It's not going to take long for the Lord to come back and take the kingdom.
No, you
know?
lost that.
When the Lord comes back, he's going to put everything in check. Every knee is going to bow, man. If they're going to see his majesty, they're going to see his power, man. He said, I will not meet you as a man. So he's coming back in his divine order, man. And that's when all the nations are going to be subdued. They're going to, was that Psalms 110? The Lord's going to make his enemies his footstool. Okay? So the kingdom is not going to be preceded by another nation. Yeah. All right? So, hey, and that's the elites. Just imagine, you know, when they hear these things, they like, shit. Because you better believe when when Nebuchadnezzar was hearing this, he was like, oh shit.
Blown away.
He was blown away to the point, like when you keep reading, he fell on his knees to Daniel, man. He bowed down to Prophet Daniel. You know? But this devil, out of his pride, he ain't gonna do that. He's just gonna try to, you know, try his best to try to take us out. You know? But at that point, you're gonna be forcing the Lord to show his hand.
I mean, people that believe in the Bible,
Go ahead, Alex.
Verse 45. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it brake in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great power, the great Yahweh, hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. Then the king Nebuchadnezzar fell upon his face and worshipped Daniel, and commanded that they should offer an oblation and sweet odors unto him. The king answered unto Daniel and said, of a truth it is that your power is a power of powers.
Man, he's basically the God of gods.
you have to give it glory.
Yeah, you have to give it to him, man. You know? Because Daniel, he showed him the present, and he showed him the future, man. So this is what you were seeking for, right? This is what you wanted to know? Well, hey, here it is. All right? Showing you that the prophets are seers, man, are visionaries. Okay? This is why the apostles stress prophecy so much, man. That's mainly what we should be dealing with. Prophecy. And that's what separates this book from every other book, man. Because the words of the Most High are living, they're faithful and truthful. All right? Those more? Go ahead.
And a Lord of kings, and a revealer of secrets, seeing thou couldst reveal this secret. Then the king made Daniel a great man and gave him many great gifts, and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon, and chief of the governors over all the wise men of Babylon.
We want to deal with him directly. We don't want to go through a bunch of different channels. We want to get the straight lace.
Yep. He promoted him. He's like, man, here, man, take this position. Everybody respect this man. You know?
And his power, and his God.
And his God.
Yeah.
See? So and they're gonna come to that realization soon, man, that the God that we serve is he. You know? He's the only one that can say I am, man. All right. So you said you had something.
This is Daniel 2:21. And he changes the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding.
Yeah. Hey, if you can, give me second Esdras. I want to say 12. Because really this understanding is to the Lord's elect, which are really his servants, the prophets, Amos 3 and 7. 12 and 36.
Yep.
And also somebody get us Sirach 36.
This second Esdras.
Because that's the lot of the prophets. The prophets, they have to receive this, man.
Yep.
You know? They have to receive this and go and you know, after they get revealed, get this understanding revealed to them, they got to go out there and prophesy, man.
Yeah.
Because right after the Lord prophesies, then what happens? Action, baby. Time to bring it to pass. And it's the magnified, the Heavenly Father, man. Go ahead.
Second Esdras chapter 12 and verse 35. This is the dream that thou sawest, and these are the interpretations. Thou only hast been meet to know the secret of the highest. Therefore write all these things that thou hast seen in a book.
And this also proves that only the prophets will come out of the nation of Israel. All right. Now you had some prophets, you know, like Balaam, you know, so on and so forth. But the actual prophets coming with the secrets, they will only come out of the nation of Israel. Give me Deuteronomy 29 and 29 real quick, and then you're gonna go back to that second Esdras 12. Yep.
Amos 2 and 11. And I raise up for your sons for prophets, and of your young men for Nazarites. It is not even thus, O ye children of Israel, saith the Lord.
Yeah. The Lord is only raising up prophets out of Israel. Okay.
Deuteronomy 29 and 29, the secret things belong unto the Lord our power Yahweh, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law.
There it is. Right, so hey, this is primarily for the nation of Israel. We're the ones that take the stern warning from the Most High, because we're His people. Okay. It's like the prophets gave the forecast to the nation of Israel. You know, hey, the Heavenly Father's getting ready to do something. You better get right. And that's basically what we've been out here doing. You know, whether Jake, you know, take us serious or not. Okay? But, you know, we don't take this lightly. These are secrets, man. You know? We're holding secrets, man. We're just earthen vessels, but we got them jewels, man.
I was going to say heavenly or godly secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We reveal secrets from the Most High, which, you know, He has an eternal Godhead, but He's given us the keys to the kingdom of being able to see the future, basically, of which only He can do. A man of the earth can't really do that unless He give it to him.
Man. And plus, like it tells you in Proverbs, man, without vision, the people perish. So you need, somebody to forewarn you. You need a forecast, so to speak. You need a forewarning. Or else, the evil is going to take you, by storm, by surprise, man. And even all nations are able to hear this, man. Even the elites included. And they know what we're saying is true because, hey, they're wise on the left-hand side. They're known as the light bearers for a reason.